Homer hosts, and we are gotten to the end of our long-running saga with the giant fractal cube. Today, I hope to complete it, since we are up to the last level of the cube. So let's get into the game, start playing, and start putting on that level. Okay, let's stock ourselves up with equipment. And we want the axe, the fireworks on our hotbar, load up with cubes. Start that going. And I've just arrived just in time to have a quick nap. That's so typical of me. All right. So, today was shopping day, where I did all my grocery shopping. There we go. And we got the typical things, so dishwasher, detergent, and that type of thing. Oh, and meat for dinner, so got to cook myself a couple of steaks. All right. That's one level too much. Make our progress along. Yeah, why do I keep going too far? I'm wondering if I should put a layer of glass on top of here just to protect it from thunderstorms. I think the better option would be to stick a lightning rod. Hi, Azir Flame Knight. It's good to see you. We are getting really close to finishing this project. All right. There. We'll go along this side as well. So how have you been today? I hope it is well. I've been wandering around my suburb, getting a bit of exercise in, and also going to the local shopping centre to pick up groceries and such what. There we go. So that's been pretty satisfactory. Oh, not too bad. That's good. Hi, Train Plays. Good to see you as well. All right. I've taken to using what I call a granny trolley. Don't know what other people call it. It's basically a little bag with wheels at the bottom and an open top part that you put your stuff in while you're walking to and from the shops. Because I don't have access to a car at the moment, so That makes sense to use that when I'm walking around and moving goods back and forth. Oh, I should have picked up some onions as well. There's a greengrocer nearby which I can get some onions from, so I'll do that tomorrow, I suspect. I found out why they're called grocer. You know how well, you might not know, in English, a gross is 12 times 12. So 144. And a grocer is someone who sells goods that you would conceivably buy a gross of. So it would make sense for you to buy a gross of grain, and a greengrocer you would buy large amounts of vegetables, hence green things from. There we go. We get like that. All right. And we move along there. Continuing our pattern. All right. We've got 5 minutes in. We've completed almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Good. That's going good. This is exactly the pattern I started off with. All that time ago when I started on the lowest level. Alright. And we got the double row here. Our void to the right. It's an awesome... looks awesome when you look down into the holes. Oops, daisy. Alright. I'm wondering. Walk into the void, yeah. Well, I jump off into the void every time I head back home. I'm now thinking, if you basically label each level by the pattern they have, so this pattern's like 1, and the pattern below this will be 1 again because these two levels are identical. Then you'll have 2. That level will be 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, and then 3. Okay. It'll be an inch. I'll actually have to write down that number pattern to see if it is an interesting number pattern. There is a... there's an encyclopedia of integer sequences, and the first thing I do when I find a new sequence of numbers that look interesting is to feed that into that the search engine for that, and often it generates interesting facts about that particular number sequence. Although it can be misleading for small sequences, because a lot of small sequences are just coincidentally the same. So you have to keep your eyes out for things like that. Alright. There it goes. We go like that. And we go along here. Now, back. I also am going to load this up and do the whole calculations on how many blocks are involved, how the number of blocks scales. I really want to do a long-form math video on this. There we go. Also, probably take a recording of me flying through it for Reddit. For both self-promotion and just to trigger people's curiosities. Okay, let's... Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch. That is why we have our totems of undying. Thank you, e-chest. Alright. Let's drift into... Walk into the void, it won't hurt you. Apparently, you were wrong about that. It hurt me a lot. Hey. Alright. Okay. Let's continue. Really? Keep falling. Never said I was going to be right about it. Yeah, that's a defense. Okay. Taking a little bite of food to keep up my energy as we stream. So I want to be able to keep going until the end for this one. And not run out of energy midstream. Because this is the finale. Oh, what am I eating today? I'm eating a, I don't know what you call them. Crumpet? A muffin? It's sort of this, bready things with holes on it on one side, and it's sort of solid on the other. You also have Minecraft? Ah, awesome. Yeah. And you sort of like cook them in the toaster, and you put butter on them, and they melt into the holes. What do you like to do in Minecraft? My new friend. There we go. We get ourselves moving along here. Filling in those things. I'm pretty sure it's called a crumpet. All right. And we go. I chose a foodstuff with a whole lot of holes in it in celebration of building a structure with a whole lot of holes in it. Well, that's the excuse I'm going to use, and not the fact that they were on sale when I walked by them. There we go. And we go like that. How far are we through here? Not too far. So a muffin, or if it's that, it's a crumpet. Okay. I think it's probably one of those things that in different cultures gets different names. Even between England and the US. All right. And we go up. And complete there. It is, I think it's a muffin. Okay. Cool. All right. Because I know what I would call a muffin here is a bit more like a cupcake. All right, that way. Well, this thing is a bit flat. All right, there. Personally, if I'm eating bread stuff, I'd go for get a baguette and cream cheese. Ooh. Cream cheese is nice. Though there is a foodstuff called a pastizzi, which is cream cheese in the middle, surrounded by layers of pastry. Or a bagel. Ah, well here there are two different types of muffin here. What are the different types of muffin? There... Actually, the other one that I quite like in the sort of bready type food stuff is a croissant, which is pretty nice. One is one, and the other is a cupcake. Oh, I getcha. Yeah. So that both of them get called muffins. There we go. And we've got ourselves a nice alignment there. Oops. Missed a spot. And we go back along there. And just thinking about the layer sequences, I think one of the aspects of them is they're going to be sort of very palindromic. American English is one of the hardest languages to learn. I wouldn't say that exactly, but it does have its own quirks. All right. And there we go. There are a couple of other languages, well, there are quite a few languages that have a lot of really hard aspects to them. Though the advantage of English is that it's a very easy language to speak badly. All right. That's true. Though I know in Mandarin Chinese, there are a lot of words that sound the same, but mean different things because of the pitch you say it at, because it's a tonal language. And Japanese has quite a few homonyms as well. Okay. Let's fly back up. Yeah. Don't know most of the stuff because I don't keep up with modern American English. Well, the good thing is, at least I've found, is once you have a basis in a language, often you can pick stuff up via context. Go there. All right. And we complete ourselves. Yeah. Like, I've read stuff written in actual Old English, In particular, I've read a little bit of Beowulf, and I've also read the Canterbury Tales, which is English. They're both technically in English, but the English has changed over the time. And yes, they're different languages, but you can sort of get the gist of what is being said. There we go. The Miller's Tale, which is the one I remember reading, was pretty awesome. If only that worked. Here the context changes for a person. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm also drinking some apple juice. There we go. There's also some things that are pretty subtle as well. Like, I know in the Commonwealth countries, you would only use the word cider, so like apple cider, to mean the alcoholic drink. There it goes. So it used to be, for quite a long time, if you had apple juice, it would just ferment and become the other thing. I prefer alpha phonetic. Yeah. All right. That is one thing I need to learn at some point, is how to properly read International Phonetic Alphabet, the IPA, because I think it would help a lot in sort of studying languages and thinking about linguistics. There. All right. Let's go. The military uses it. The military... Are you thinking of the NATO phonetic alphabet? So Alpha, Bravo, that type of thing. Because that's a separate idea as well. Yeah, I do know that, because I learnt it, because I used to work in a call center, and it was handy just to always use a consistent way of saying phonetics when you were saying out a name of, so like spelling something out. All right. There. And also, my housemate is a ham radio operator. So they pretty routinely use the NATO phonetic alphabet as well. Right, go. I'm better with them than American English. Yeah. It's actually pretty good to have a fairly consistent formatting of sounds and phonetics, especially when you're operating between countries and different people pronounce things slightly differently. And it avoids confusion and all that. Because in lots of situations, confusion can lead to people dying, and that's not what we want. It's just like a safety issue as well. So I'm all for standardization. I actually have sat as a part of 2 internet standardization committees in my time. Go. There. That's part of the reason US went to phonetics. Yeah. Well, you have even different pronunciations between the north and the south of the US. So it makes a lot of sense to avoid any sources of confusion from that. And I think I'm going to have to go back along here. All right. Making really good time today. Okay. All right. There we go. It's sort of 30 minutes and we're already over halfway done. I guess because it's pretty easy sequence for this one. There. All right. I should also look into learning Morse again, because I know my housemate knows Morse. It would be pretty sure handy to have it just for an emergency circumstance or in a situation where I can only send ones and zeros. All right. Let's see if I can fly out. Very neat. There we go. Right. Is that emptied out? Cool. And we'll fly up here. All right. Oops. Up there. Continue to come along here. there and cross that one along. Awesome. Look at how much work we are getting done. There we go. We'll complete this part of it as well. Although not with a block in the wrong spot. There we go. Oops. That's really nice. Coming back along here as well. Alright, that is very even. Yeah. At the moment, actually, my housemate is in the US on a vacation doing a motorbike road trip across the US, so I'm sure he is going to come back with a whole lot of cool stories. Yeah. There. Alright, there. We've got our lines done. So we've got 2/3 done, and we've got this last few rows to do. There we go. All right. And there. So I'm going to have to basically milk him for his stories when he gets back. Hopefully there'll be a few that I can share on stream. I'm just trying to remember. I know when I was a wee person, I did go... We did a road trip around Tasmania, which is the state that is the southernmost one of Australia. It's a little island off the coast, and that was cool. One of the places we went, hopefully went through the south course where I live. There's possibility snow. He did factor in the dangers of snow just because he was on a bike. So there's a lot of problems where you lose traction. Yeah, actually, Tasmania is one of those few places where you can get snow in Australia, because it's a lot closer to the Antarctic. And one of the places I did visit was, I think it's I was going to say Queanbeyan, but that's wrong. Queanbeyan's another place. It was an area that they used to do mining. And what happened is, in order to smelt the... There's still a lot of... this time of year on bike. Yeah. There's always a bit of danger with bikes. As I was saying, place where I went was a mining area. And they chopped all the trees down in the area to help smelt the minerals that they got out of the mines. However, the minerals were full of sulfur, So the combination of the sulfur pollution and all the trees getting cut down meant that all the plants in the area died. And the entire city is a complete, well, the entire town is this complete, I would say, sort of like moonscape. It's just raw rock and sand and no plants at all. It's kind of spooky and weird. No, it still has people in it. It's mostly tourists who come to look at the weird environmental damage. There we go. There are a number of... There is a town in Western Australia, I think called Williana or something like that, where it was next to an asbestos mine, and they used all the tailings. Oops, I missed a thing. Nope, didn't. And they used all the tailings from the mine for the road base and as parts of the housing and everything. And the entire town is completely and utterly contaminated with asbestos. And that's a ghost town, because just going near the place will give you cancer and lung disease. Alright, there. I saw a video on it called Australia's Chernobyl, and it's very much the same, except there's been no efforts to mitigate. We have a lot of ghost towns in the US. Yeah, we have a few in Australia. A couple of them were sort of like set up during the gold rush era, where they found gold in a couple of areas in the country. Everybody rushed there to set up towns, and then after the gold was all mined out, the towns basically went away. And it's like only one or two people there, and probably a couple of them are just the only thing that the town has left is a pub which doubles as a post office and a butcher and every other thing you would buy stuff from. There. That was one of the things. There's a town called West Wyalong, which is sort of like a major country town in New South Wales. But the actual Wyalong is a ghost town, because where they set up the original town, there was no access to water. So everybody moved out of the town that had no access to water and moved west, where the spring was. Because it turns out people need to hydrate. Yeah. Alright. I'm expecting a lot of the ghost towns in the US are similar. Sort of like mining towns for places that no longer have mines and that type of thing. There we go. Yep. There's also a lot of the shift and urbanization of, at least the ones that I know of are old mining towns, yeah. And there's also sort of like shifts with the increasing urbanization of places. Like farms keep getting bigger, because it used to be you had to have, say, 10 people per an area of farm to do your basic ploughing and reaping and all of that. But now you only need one person with a GPS-controlled tractor to do a massive amount of land. And you only need a very few people to manage a very large amount of land. So there's not many people, not many jobs in the country anymore. And the jobs in the cities are a lot more attractive. So the country areas are continuing to be more and more depopulated. There we go. There we go. And I mean, the Australia, that's all right, the inner parts of Australia were always pretty sparsely populated anyway, which is why we have the flying doctors, which, there we go. Well, there's like us, where we can't get people to work anymore. Often that's an issue of how much people are willing to pay. Go like that. Right there. And we go along like that. That one's too high. Personally, I wouldn't say that. I've looked at the sort of like the stats. And I mean, nobody ever wants to work, really. Because if people wanted to work, you wouldn't need to pay them. You pay people to do things that they don't want to do. Go there. I do enjoy being out of your house. Yeah, that is definitely a positive. I mean, to be honest, that's why I used to work in sort of like where I did. So basically to force myself to meet people and interact and be sociable. All right. Never quite worked as well. And I honestly think that I've been a lot more sociable by doing streaming than I ever have by actually going out and meeting people. And we go here, let's go like that, and we... Oh, there. Lol. But why would you want to socialise? Because I do have... Because I know if I don't socialise at all, I begin to feel lonely and not wanted, sort of. So it's basically to mitigate loneliness, I think. There we go. I always worry that if I get too isolated, I'll end up with no friends and nobody else in my life. There we go. Alright. And I sort of like enjoy people, at least in theory. But I also feel that it's sometimes a bit of a drain on me. There we go. Alright. Almost there. Go. One. Donk, 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 donk. Donk, donk. There we go. I avoid most social interaction. So do I, but I do sometimes enjoy it. And here comes the last one. There. We now have a completed cube. There we go. Flying through it. Actually, let's get rid of some of these scaffoldings, which are a bit problematic, and make it look a bit ugly. There we go. Paradoxically, to get rid of the scaffolding, I need to put down a little bit more. Yep. It goes there. Alright. There's that one over there as well. We're complete. All we got to do is sort of like to do a little bit of polish. If you spot any more scaffolding, there's that bit there. And there's some down there as well, and some there. And a bit over there. Oh, this is a little tricky. How am I going to get up to... Well, not that way. Oh. Oh. There's another bit of scaffolding gone. All right. And there's little stuff on the other side. Let's just switch off this thing. There, and you like that. Quick nap. Let's see how... Okay, there's these two. Grab that one. I reckon we're going to have to walk over there and put a thing going up to that one. Basically putting scaffolding in to get rid of scaffolding. Oh, that's a bit of... That's a weird... bit of scaffolding in the middle there. Let's drop down. How does this go? Oh. Ah, it's across that way, is it? Oh, it's gone now. It's like climbing through here is like climbing through a jungle gym. Though, one that if you slip up too much, you'll fall and break your noggin open. There. Also checking for any weird holes that aren't supposed to be like that. Oh, there's another bit of scaffolding. I think we can safely drop down to that. Yep. Let's go down. And crash that one as well. I think we've got them all apart from the one that's up over there somewhere. Let's keep our eyes open to see if there's a way to get to there easily. Some more. Let's see if we can go up. I always get worried when I... Ah, that was where I completely went where I meant to go. And nobody can say otherwise. There's one down there. Let's see if we can get to there. Sure, I did. Let's check on our aim. Oh. Ah. Whoops. Oh. Not too bad. We'll wander over here. Get rid of you as well. I think we now have all of that dealt with. Good. So with that in park mode, let's see if we can get... Do I have a bit of... Put these away now. What am I looking... Oops. Just checking for some glass. No glass. Okay. Let's grab a little bit of glass and... Because I want to make sure that we don't run into... Oh. Okay. That we've got to get fixed. Need glass and a bit of copper for the last finishing touches. Glass. Alright. That's gold. For reasons I'm completely confused by, I always get Endermen spawning in here. That's cut copper. I just want normal copper. Or a lightning rod. Okay. Where is either of those things? If you see a lightning rod as we go past... here's blocks of copper. That should be fine. Okay. Let's... Alright. Let's get crafting. There we go. Keep that. It's been a while since I slept here. This is my, basically my old bedroom. Not my old bedroom. This is the bedroom, my main bedroom in my base. Got to put in one last physical... Oh! Actually, looking down on it from here is pretty awesome as well. All right. Fly over it. Then back. So the last thing I want to do is have some lightning hit this. And have it burn up. So what I'll do... Yep. Just go around. Let's have this out here. Okay. To draw off the lightning and protect it. Awesome. I'll get rid of that bit of scaffolding back there. And we will have completed constructing our massive giant fractal cube. Oh, already sun's starting to set. All right, there. I think this one's will plunge us underwater as well. Yep. Sort of underwater scaffolding. All right. Swim back to the... Actually, if I swim over to there, this is closer. This is my cactus farm that I built a while ago. If I recall correctly, I've put a little bed here. Yep. Awesome. Let's just check on my cactus. Yep. If I ever need cactus, that's where I'll get it from. Whee! And I am going to declare that a job well done. Let's tidy up just this build site. These are empty shulker boxes. Thought I had some more, but apparently not. There. And green. Yeah, go. Those into there. It's all done. All right. Collect all of this stuff as well. Put more of this into the things. Basically, we will put this all back into the sorting machine later on. I've got a whole lot of extra minecarts as well. That's not a problem. I don't need any rotten flesh. Why did I even put that in the store in my chest? Go away, rotten flesh. Nobody likes you. Okay. Put those back in the e-chest. And we'll leave this here to continue to generate bamboo for whenever we need more bamboo. We'll be happy that this is completed now. So we'll have a new project coming up for our next streams. there. That's... I like how much the copper has grown on the top of the church there. That's cool. Switch that like that. Alright, you. Okay, hold on. Switch that the wrong way. Don't want the buckets to fall in there. Anything else I don't want in the filtering system? Yeah, those carts, because they're not stackable. Okay. Put that like that. Grab that there. And the neat thing about that, now that will filter down into here. And that will basically sort stuff out. Okay. That's pots. I'll have to do something with those bee nests at some point. It goes there. And vehicles. Spare vehicles in there. Weapons and tools. That's fine. That's spare armor. Alright. Well, I am going to declare that a big success. Let's go back to my main room. Thank you, everybody, for joining me as I completed my giant fractal cube. Tomorrow, let's check the schedule. What will we be doing tomorrow? Okay. Tomorrow we'll be playing Factorio, where we have refactored our power system. So now we will be attempting, most likely, to get a whole lot of beans in order to get oil, or maybe some research based on plant samples. Either way, I hope people will be able to join me. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all later. Goodbye.